Reynolds gets
It is a
heavy.
bad deal for Hizzy. Has struggled a little bit there. He'll get up the inside just here.
Oh, he's back, he's
rejoins his Reynolds, but I think Reynolds is the man that's struggling a bit now. I think Chris Walker, it's always easiest when you're leading, providing you don't hesitate, and I've never seen Chris Walker hesitate
absolutely
anywhere on the track.
And this bloke before Paddock or at Paddock on the
easy.
straight.
Yeah, no problem at all. So through goes Chris Walker, and that could be a decisive factor in this race. He has managed to stretch it out now, using the back markers perfectly. Through comes Reynolds into second place now. He has managed to get past number 36, Gordon Blackley. So the Hawk Racing man slips back one more place, as you might well expect him to. He is a privateer.
Oh, and Hizzy stays behind him at bottom bend.
He's hurt Hizzy, that's for sure, but you can't blame him. This track is so short that there's a bend coming every other second on this track, and really getting out of the way of people is almost as difficult as...
Oh, if we think back markers are misbehaving or not deserving to be there, Keith, you'll say so, won't you? But there's nothing wrong. I have noticed that over the years. Nothing wrong with their behaviour so far this race. Look at Walker.
Oh, but look at Reynolds. I forget. I tell you what, Walker is still under pressure. John Reynolds has got this sorted out. He's right there with Walker. Reynolds looks to me like the man with the pace for this job. His has dropped off. Those back markers are
John
really ruined him. John was out of the saddle. So was Chris Walker. Up towards Drews. More back markers. There is your third place man. Number 8. Chris Walker, sorry, Steve Hislop. Chris Walker leads. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. The Hizzy has been detached by those back markers, hasn't he? He's lost the toe. If he's got tyre left to get back up to them, I will be very surprised.
I'll tell you what, the circuit commentator is going potty. Fred Clark is off his chair yet again, and I can see why. Because here he goes, he's through. John Reynolds has got Walker. Well, 27 odd laps of this race. Chris Walker has led, and now John Reynolds has taken it from him. Chris Walker will be kicking himself about this. Reynolds crosses the line. John Reynolds takes the win. What a superbly judged moment in motorcycling. John Reynolds takes the opening race of the year 2000 British Superbike Series. Chris Walker, well, he will be pig sick about that. John Reynolds, absolutely superbly judged. Not even broken down to a sweat. What a man.
It wasn't superbly judged at all. It was just a bit of luck, I think, really, Keith. But I mean, to be fair, yeah, no, I wanted to do exactly what I did. The trouble was Chris kept taking the tyre line going into Drews, so I knew if I was going to do it, maybe on the outside there. Yeah. It worked in the end.
Well, you said everything was superb yesterday in qualifying, and then you took that back. Now, what a way to set up this new year.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, to start off the new year with a win, it's a long way to go, yeah. I mean, there's credit to the team and everybody else for winning Dunlops this year, and so
what about back markers? Were they a problem in the race?
Yeah, we're going to get that problem on the shorter circuits. There's not a lot you can do about it. We've got better machinery than them, and obviously they're trying hard. But I think they should probably obey the blue flags a bit more.
Great ride anyway, John. Congratulations, and we look forward to many more of these.
So, Keith.
Well, Chris, you're certainly on the case, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was always going to be difficult leading from the start because I didn't really know how fast everybody else was going and where they were strong and stuff. So I was kind of expecting the last dash from everybody, but just didn't really know what to do. My back tyre was pretty shot, and just get back in, and I was finding it hard to hit the spot. So made a bit of a mistake, and John got through. But you know, well done to John.
They were certainly on your case, though, weren't they?
Yeah, it was tough, a bit enjoyable.
Steve Hislop, that was a tough race. You were right in there from the start, but how did it come down to tactics at the end?
I think John worked it out right, but it looks like he's had the best choice of tyre, really, compound-wise. I chose one that I was using on Friday, and I think it's just when I needed it near the end, it wasn't there, and it's pretty well rooted. So. And I came off worse of the actual back markers, I think. So must plan the next one a bit better.
What a difference a year makes, though. The Yamaha going very good at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know, we're in there. That's a good strong points finish straight away. So made up. It's good.
So Peter, Clearway's not your favourite place then?
No, I mean, not having a good day. Both bikes stopped in that first race. So we don't know why.
Well, what happened to you out there? I didn't actually see it.
I don't know, the engine just stopped, and I was lucky actually Sean didn't run into the back of me, because just going into the turn down the back of the pits here, it's I've just shifted down the gear and gone in and it's just stopped, and it's still not running, so we're not sure what's happened, whether it's electrical or fuel or what, but it's certainly not the way we wanted to start. Everything was going pretty well up to warm-up lap, and I stepped off bike one when it did the same thing. It stopped, and I tried to bump start it, and it locked up and spat me off. So I ran back and got the second bike and rode it, and it did 5 laps and stopped. So
Not the best.
no, it's not mechanical, but electrical or something like that, so we're not sure what it is.
How did you feel on the track? Because you've been at Brands before testing.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I got a good start in the restart as well, and but James Hayden did a big nearly high side, and I ran into the back of him here, and I lost a lot of distance to Neil and those guys. But
what about that start with the race? That was pretty hairy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, I was clear of it. I got a good start, and so all I saw was a red flag. I didn't see any incident. And
not so good for the old nerves, though, is it?
No, no. But no, it's all. Hopefully, we'll get them going and make a better run in the second race.
Yeah, better luck at Donington for you anyway.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Premature stoppage then for the Supersports race, but two of the men that have leapt up the leaderboard somewhat after qualifying. It's going to be a two-part race now, and the two Honda men here have leapt up the leaderboard as far as qualifying is concerned. Kirk leading that, got to do it all again now.
Yeah, hopefully we can get away good and stick some good times, and the bike's working really good. I'm really happy with it, and the tyres are good. It's just up to me now.
Jim, two-part race, which will mean that obviously it's aggregate times at the end of it all, which is a bit of a mathematician's nightmare, but you guys are well on for it, aren't you now?
Yeah, we've had a little bit of problems with the bike all weekend. Nothing serious, just little niggly things, and I think both mine and Kurt's are working real good, you know. So we'll see how it goes. Happy? Yeah, happy now. I got a little bit bolt at the beginning, but once I got in third and sort of was able to catch back onto the front two, I was starting to feel a little bit comfortable. You two are quite aggressive riders. You're going to be up for this all year long, I think. Size doesn't matter in your case, does it? Well, we're going to deal. Well done, boys. Best of luck. Cheers. Heard the one about the Australian and the Scotsman? Well, we're all about to at the moment. Howard Whitby is the man in the middle of Kirk McCarthy and Jim Moody on the Castro Hondas, and they're under orders now, and away it goes, and a great start there straight away, but Wickens on the outside. Is he going to do something on bike number 9 except go backwards? He went backwards, nearly got wiped out as well in his way into Paddock Bend, but Kirk McCarthy gets a faultless start on bike 16. Jim Moody, his teammate, right with him then, up towards Paddock Hill Bend now. Then it's a Sanyo Honda that's in there as well. Vermeulen. Ooh, Vermeulen coming from nowhere in qualifying, effectively right back on the grid, comes right the way through in this restarted race.
It's doubly amazing since both Vermeulen and Richards in the Sanyo team only managed a handful of laps in qualifying put together. Vermeulen, Keith, only got 6 laps in the entire weekend so far.
Yeah, brilliant racing from both those men, though, in the Superstocks race that we saw just a little bit earlier on. But looking now at number 16, Kirk McCarthy, the little diminutive Australian. We saw a bit of him in World Supersport riding just a couple of years ago. Oh, there's a man there with it high-sided and getting it all feet out of the pegs, backside up in the air. Well, there you go. So, still off the front, still it's McCarthy. McCarthy has got the pace at the moment, but behind him, Howard Whitby. Howard Whitby, one of the toughest men you are ever going to meet on a Supersport bike. He was the pole sitter. He was extremely quick indeed. He's now split the two Castrol Hondas, but if there's any man who will fight with Howard Whitby out on this track, it is Jim Moody in 3rd place.
Oh, you could sell tickets for that one, couldn't you? Two comparatively elderly men for racing, he said, from the safe distance of the commentary box.
I wouldn't dare say that. Jim Moody, if he stops prematurely, he will be here to sort you out, my bearded friend. Still leading is McCarthy. In fact, McCarthy will be up here to sort you out as well, because they're great teammates, get on so good. Castrol Honda's 1st and 3rd, but it's Howard Whitby that is in 2nd place. He was the pole man, so you've got to watch out for Whitby on the BikeNet Red Eye Racing Honda.
Good name, Howard.
Indeed.
How old's Howard Whitby now? He's been around forever on Supersport bikes.
You're picking on every one of these riders and trying to get them ganged up on us later on, Jules?
I always want to die young, or it's too late for that.
I was going
before
to
you
say,
get in there.
10 years out drifting on that one, aren't they? Out of Druids then, still it is McCarthy, under pressure from Whitby. Whitby's bike, well, it might not be one of the quicker bikes out there, I don't think, but certainly when it comes to Whitby in the braking area, watch out for him.
He's always good round Brands Hatch as well, isn't he? He likes this place.
Through Bottom Bend, up towards Clearways now. Whitby in second place, he nearly rammed McCarthy.
Brave man.
Had his rear end tickled there for a moment as they went up into Clearways.
Look at the side.